Welcome to another Teaching Tuesday at Middletown United Methodist Church. Can you believe it? Scott and Nancy finally, after all these months, let me do a Teaching Tuesday. So today we're going to talk about itinerancy. Now, many of you may not know what that word means at all, but to United Methodist pastors, that's a very important word and a real big deal, because this is the time of year when Methodist pastors and congregations find out who's moving, where they're going to. And so have with me a couple of guests this morning. I have Scott Woodburn, who is our current associate pastor here at Middletown United Methodist Church, and also have Trent Lloyd with us today. Trent is going to be our new associate pastor. Scott's last day with us will be June the 10th. Trent's first Sunday with us will be on June the 24th. I mentioned the word itinerancy. What itinerancy means is that in the Methodist Church, we as Methodist ministers make a vow, covenant, with our order of elders and the order of deacons to go where sent. John Wesley in his wisdom started at the birth of Methodism in an attempt to help us continue to have a missional focus, that the mission of the church, the purpose of the church, was to have the right person in the right place at the right time. So we're going to talk with Scott and Trent for just a second a little bit about how that affects them and why would anyone choose to make that decision to have their family involved in living a purpose like that. So Scott, would you talk to us a little bit about that?
I think for me, itinerancy is working ourselves out of a job. I think that's something that it's a phrase that I heard a long time ago, and it's a phrase that stuck with me, and it's a phrase that sticks with me, is trying to constantly develop, train, and send disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world, which is our mission statement of the Methodist Church. And so I think that's a big part of what itinerancy means to me and what it means to the Methodist Church. And why in the world I would choose this profession is, first off, as I feel that it was a call placed on my life by God and affirmed by other people along that journey as well. And so I think for me, a big part of the reason I chose Methodism is based in theology. It's based in my upbringing. It's based in understanding the missional DNA of what it means to be United Methodist, because it's been implemented from the very start of Methodism and what that's about.
I grew up in a non-denominational church that went through the normal process of hiring and sometimes firing pastors, and saw some of the good in that, but then having learned about the Methodist Church and seeing the way that a Methodist congregation really learns to function even without the personality of the pastor defining everything. They have their own identities outside of the pastor who happens to be there at a given moment. And I think that is a great value. For me, it's been a practice of trusting that the Holy Spirit is working throughout the whole process. That God's hand is at work, and that maybe, just maybe, God might have a better idea of where I'd want to end up versus myself. I'm really excited and looking forward to where God's placed me now, where I'll be able to hopefully serve to the best of my abilities here at Middletown.